Overnight, Prince William has expressed his profound sorrow for Britain's historic links to slavery. He was speaking at a state dinner in Jamaica on the latest leg of that Caribbean tour that he's on with his wife, of course. Royal editor Russell Myers is there for us. And Russell, everybody was waiting for this. We knew he was going to address it, and he didn't shy away. He took it full on, didn't he?
He did. Good morning, Lorraine. Well, of course, everybody was waiting for this big landmark moment for Prince William. There have been protests here in Jamaica this week during their royal tour, and I think he did tackle the issue head on. He spoke of his profound sorrow for slavery and Britain's role in the slave trade, and echoed Prince Charles's comments that he's made on the matter, both in the Caribbean, in Barbados, and in Africa previously. Let's take a listen of what William had to say.
Indeed. Now, do you think, because you're there, you're with them, you're seeing what's going on, Russell, do you think this will in any way just kind of smooth things a little bit, mend some fences, build some bridges? What do you think?
Well, it's a tricky one because there has been tension in the air here. There have been numerous protests, fairly small in number, because when you compare it to the amount of hundreds of people who have come out to see them, you really do need to compare and contrast them. However, he did stop short of an apology, and some people, the campaigners that we've met, have been demanding an apology for the monarchy's role, his ancestors' role in the slave trade, indeed Britain's role, and he did stop short of that. However, he did praise the Jamaicans for their determination, courage and fortitude, and I think that's really important because Jamaica will end up going its own way. The people here have said that they do want to become a republic. However, it will remain part of the Commonwealth and still a great partner of Britain. So I think they've navigated it well.
Well, you wonder, though, there's been some images that we saw, and if you take them at face value, these images, they don't look good. They don't. When you see that wide shot there of them smiling to people, who are behind a fence, and it doesn't look great. But actually, do you feel that was a fair representation of what happened? Because you were there.
I was, and I was standing probably just feet away from the couple when they were meeting the locals at Trenchtown, and this was on a football field where they were playing. William had just been moments before being cheered on by a crowd of hundreds, playing football with England footballer Raheem Sterling. And I feel very personal about this because when people are commenting on social media and using very tightly cropped images of something like that, with comments comes great responsibility. And to see so-called, mainstream media platforms sharing things like this, it's quite distressing. And I think it's particularly unfair, and you have to take it with context. So, the people of Trenchtown really took them into their hearts. There were huge crowds, and they got a hero's welcome. Of course, you have to compare that with the protests that are going on, but it's all about context, and particularly dangerous when you're sharing pictures like that on social media, I feel.
So do you think it's been an ill-advised trip? Do you think they were prepared for the protest? And not even so much the protest, but the reaction to that. We do live, and as you said, in a world of social media when sometimes things aren't in context on both sides. We know that. We know that happens. Do you think they're going to go away from this? I know the next stage, they're going to Barbados, I believe. Do you think they're going to go away from this, sit back home in their palace in the UK and think, oh, I don't know if that was the best idea we've ever had?
Well, it's tricky, and these tours are always tricky. There's huge planning goes into them, but you can't plan for every eventuality. I do think they were caught off guard by some of the protests, and the people at the palace I was speaking to on this trip, who are with them every step of the way, said that they were aware of them. And Prince William has faced it. He's made a landmark speech on slavery. Was it ill-advised? No, I don't believe so. I think that they're here representing the Queen and country. It's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And it has been a successful tour. You have to take things in context. And William and Kate are the face of the modern monarchy. I think this will be the last time they're in Jamaica, or indeed parts of the Caribbean, on an official royal tour, because Jamaica has even spoken about becoming an independent republic. They sat down with the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, yesterday, and he was saying, we are moving on from our position under British rule. And this is an important moment in Jamaica's history. And William and Kate have had a lot to deal with, I think, and they have faced it head on, and that should be commended.
No, very much so. And I mean, as well as all of this that's been going on, there have been the things that that she's been wanting to talk about, which is education, especially when it's younger children. That's very much a passion of hers. And she was doing that.
She was, and again, another very popular engagement. Kate was with some school children speaking about early years development. She praised the crucial role teachers have in our society, part of the sort of the bedrock of her work. Perhaps it's got lost sort of in the mixture of all the protests and the background of William's comment. But these are never easy, I think, with these big royal tours. They get such huge attention, and indeed the pressure is on them. But that's part of the job, I think, and they do get it. They have listened to the people, and I think when you listen to William's words and the context they were in, I think we'll look back on this, and indeed they will. I think that it's a particularly historical moment last night.
It is very interesting. If things move on, things change, of course they do, and the monarchy has to change as well. And you got the sense from that speech that he knows that. He knows that, and is taking it on board.
Yeah, indeed.
I think so.
Yeah, indeed. Again, it's a big moment.
It is. Russell, thank you very much indeed. Off to the Bahamas next, is that right?
Yes, indeed. Just in a few hours,
Tough
just
life.
closing up here and then off to the Bahamas.
I feel sorry for you. It must be awful. Must be awful. One of the most beautiful places in the world. I shall talk to you very soon. Thank you, Russell. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.